Hello and welcome to another weekly video, Living with Alzheimer's. This is video number 18. So yeah, that's 18 videos, 18 weeks. It's quite something. Your responses to the videos and the feedback that I'm getting is absolutely fantastic, and it's really good to know that the videos are doing some good, and that people want to see them, and they're helping people understand, and they're helping people live better maybe with the condition as well. Now, the other day I was asked a question about how I actually cope with having Alzheimer's, having dementia. How do I continue to do the videos, and how do I actually cope? And I suppose the reality is that these videos that I do, in actual fact, apart from your comments, once I've done a video, I basically have very little memory of doing the video. I have very little memory of, well, I have no memory of doing any of the videos. Each video I do is watched after I do it by my wife, because I run the great risk of repeating something that was done X amount of weeks ago. When your comments come through, I read the comments, but they don't sometimes connect with the relevance of the video, purely and simply because it has gone completely out of my mind. So I suppose what I say here is written in sand, but what is recorded is written in stone. So that's one of the realities, or one of the problems of doing this sort of thing with dementia. And I suppose what dementia does is it tends to strip parts of you away over a period of time. Now, if you can imagine that you have a list of all the things that you have achieved over the last, we'll say, 20-25 years, and this dementia comes along, and what it tends to do is it tends to erase certain elements, certain parts of that list. So you've got this great big long list with everything, whether it's a business like you've run like me, driving, relationships, all sorts of things. And over a period of time, the list gradually becomes smaller, because dementia takes little random parts. It doesn't actually do it in any real order. It just takes random parts away from that list. It erases the list and makes your list smaller, which makes your life smaller. And the only way that I can really cope with that is to try and extend that list, is to try and make that list, add on to that list through different ways. I think that physical exercise is a great thing. It achieves a lot for me, and trying to achieve things, I mean, people with dementia have goals, we have things we want to strive forward, there's things that we want to do and we want to achieve, and things that make our life a little bit more richer. And one of the things that I have decided to do, me and my colleagues at Dementia Help, we have decided next summer to do a challenge. And this is a cycle challenge from one side of the country to the other. So it's basically from coast to coast. That's the idea. And 3 of us from Dementia Help will be doing the challenge. That's not something that I could do on my own. I have to have great support to do anything like that. But the idea is that the challenge is to prove to people that people like me can still achieve, and we still have things to give. I want to show the world that living or diagnosis of dementia is not the end. And this also hopefully will help others with the same condition to see that, you know, there is things that you can still do. There'll be various videos of the training, if that's the right word, before the event, and there'll be plenty of information, and I'll keep you updated, and there'll be plenty of information on the Dementia Help site. So I suppose that's one of the ways I'm coping. It's one of the things that I'm extending my list, if that makes sense. It's one of the things that I'm going to do. And hey, who knows, maybe there'll be other challenges over a period of time. We're hoping also to raise some money for a dementia-related charity, which I don't know which one that is yet, but that's all to be discussed. So, yeah, it'll be an interesting thing, and it'll be all part of the journey with Alzheimer's as well. And I'll somehow try and link these in with the weekly videos, and yeah, because I'm just hoping that people will be interested on how we get on. Okay, well, have a great weekend. Have a great week. That's all I'm going to say for today now. Been quite a tiring week, in actual fact, but I just thought I'd give you this little update anyway. It's a great sunny day in Suffolk here, so I hope it's sunny where you are now. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.